I'm the Handsome Gourmet with timeout.com. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the best burgers. I've just been to Spinny's. Let's get cooking. Here are some of the ingredients we're going to use in today's recipe. Now, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so you're going to have to bear with me. We're not just making any burgers, we're making my favorite burgers. Mini burgers. In America, we call them sliders. Now, because I love fresh baked bread, we're going to make the buns from scratch too. It's simple, so bear with me, follow the recipe, and have about enough for 30 people. Now, you can make bread by hand, or you can use a food processor, which is an amazing device that I recommend all home gourmands to purchase. So, let's start by adding about a satchel of yeast. About a cup and a half of warm water. Tablespoons of date syrup, which I like to use, or you can use molasses or treacle or any other thing you like. I've never been very good with opening jars. In addition to a couple of spoonfuls of date syrup, you should do a couple of spoonfuls of olive oil too. This is going to be loud, so get ready. Now we're adding about 4 cups of flour. Add a pinch of salt, and here we go again. Now we knead the dough. Now we're going to let it set for half an hour, and while we're doing that, let's roast some garlic, 2 bulbs or so. We'll mix it into the crust later. And let's get cracking on our mini burgers. Hello there, it's Handsome again. So, what we have here is a packet of ground beef, a packet of ground veal. You have to ask the butcher to specially make it because they don't really carry it. Oh, about a bunch of parsley ground up, and about a cup of ground Parmesan or Romano cheese. Oh, and a cup of panko breadcrumbs. Now, panko are flaky, which gives them a different kind of texture. They originally come from Japan. So that's about it. Oh, along with 3 eggs and 2 cups of ice cold water. So mix it all together, and this is what you have. Now let's roll our little mini burgers and get cooking. You think it's going to be enough? So now we're going to heat up some oil. Enough to kind of coat at least half of the sliders when we put them in. So, yeah, you only want to brown them though, because they're going to cook in some tomato sauce later. Pardon my mouth. That looks awesome. Well, it looks like our bread has risen really nicely, so let's get to work making these into little balls, and then leave them for 20 minutes and see them rise. Here we go. Ooh, fluffy. Okay, so we're going to let that dough rest. I've made it into little tiny balls, and it's just going to take about half an hour to rise. In the meantime, we're going to mix a big bunch of basil, just a huge handful, maybe 2 handfuls, a spoonful of fennel seeds, and 1 large onion, and about a head of chopped garlic. So that's what's in there. Yep, so we're going to add that all together, and we're going to saute it in olive oil. These are our bread. I've just topped them with some Parmesan, salt and pepper, and let's get them in the oven. Yeah, you see this? This is going to be the base of our sauce, a yummy tomato sauce that's going to really give the hamburgers a lot of flavor and a lot of moisture too. So I just added a couple of cans of tomato sauce, and we're going to let that cook for half an hour, let it stew, and then we're almost done. So we've drained out the chunks, and now we're adding the meatballs, and now we're going to cook it over a low flame for about half an hour. Looks like our bread's done. You know what that is, guys? The finished product. Bread's done, meatballs done, add a little bit of rocket, and you got yourself a great party time snack.